saw you catch my eyes across the crowded street, but you didn't miss a step or even skip a beat. I'm a flicker in the static, a face you can't quite place, just a ghost of a memory that time tried to erase. We used to have a language only we could speak. Now I'm just a stranger with a tear upon her cheek. You're holding someone new, and she's wearing your jacket, while I'm still in the wreckage, trying to unpack it. I'm the sweater in the closet that you gave to the poor, the one you don't remember ever wearing anymore. I'm a folded up letter in a book you never read, just a lingering thought before you go to bed. Now I'm just a girl you used to love, a name you used to say, a habit that you broke, a dream that drifted far away. I'm the once upon a time that didn't make the end, a blurred out photo of a lover turned to friend. It kills me how you look at me and see nothing at all, just a girl you used to love. Now I'm nothing small. I'm the secret you don't tell, I'm the part of you that's gone, the shadow on the pavement when you're walking in the dawn. Was I that easy to replace? Was I that easy to forget? Or am I just the only thing you haven't mourned yet? Yeah, I'm just a girl you used to love, a name you used to say, a habit that you broke, a dream that drifted far away. I'm the once upon a time that didn't make the end, a blurred out photo of a lover turned to friend. It kills me how you look at me and see nothing at all, just a girl you used to love. Just a girl, just a story you told once, just a girl you used to love before you learned how to leave. I watched you pack the memories in a cardboard box, while I was bracing for the sound of turning locks. I waited for the wait, I listened for the stay, but you just found the easiest words to say. You didn't stumble, no, you didn't even blink, while I was standing on the very edge and trying not to sink. I had my armor on, I was ready for the war, to mend the cracks and fix the holes and find what we were for. I would have bled for us, I would have stood my ground, but you just let the white flag fall without a single sound. It wasn't that we lost or that the fire died, It's that you never even tried to keep me by your side. I guess I wasn't worth the bruises or the scars. I wasn't worth the effort of aligning all the stars. You saw the mountain top and you just turned around, left me screaming mercy on this hollow, broken ground. I was a heavy burden you were quick to let ignite. I guess I wasn't worth the fight. Is it easier to leave than to try and make it right? To just walk out the door into the middle of the night. You gave up on the forever before the now was even through. And the hardest part of losing us is knowing I wasn't worth the struggle to you. I guess I wasn't worth the bruises or the scars. I wasn't worth the effort of aligning all the stars. You saw the mountain top and you just turned around, left me screaming mercy on this hollow, broken ground. I was a heavy burden you were quick to let ignite. I guess I wasn't worth the fight. No shouting matches, no desperate pleas, just the sound of you leaving me down on my knees. I would have fought for you till the morning light, but I wasn't worth the fight. No, I wasn't worth your fight. I'm standing in the hallway where we used to collide, but now you're drifting past me like a retreating tide. I reached for your hand, but I caught only air. You're looking through my soul like I was never even there. The coffee is steaming, I've set out 2 plates, but you're checking your watch while my heart slowly breaks. Am I made of glass? Am I made of the wind? Where does your world end and where do I begin? I'm screaming your name in a room full of gold, but the silence you're giving is bitingly cold. You're walking right through me. What else can I do? Tell me, am I invisible to you now? I wore the red dress that you said was your favorite. I saved all my love, but you don't wanna taste it. I'm a ghost in the kitchen, a shadow on the Tell me, am I invisible to you now? Maybe I faded from years of the rain. Maybe I'm just a dull throb of your pain, but I'm still made of pulses, I'm still made of breath. This quiet indifference is a slow kind of death. You're turning the light out, you're closing the door. I'm right here beside you, but I'm not here anymore. Am I invisible to you? I'm lying inches from you, but I'm miles away, watching your eyelids flutter in the shades of gray. You're whispering a name, but it doesn't sound like mine. A soft, secret melody crossing over the line. I'm holding my breath so I don't wake you up to the bitter reality in my half-empty cup. Your hand reaches out to touch a ghost in the air, while I'm sitting right here, but you don't even care. You've got a smile on your face that I haven't seen in years, reserved for the visions that don't know my tears. I'm the one who wakes you, the one who brings the light, but I'm the one you're leaving in the middle of the night. I'm the hand that you hold, but not the heart that you keep. I'm the one who stays awake while you're falling deep into a world where I'm missing, where she's still the queen. I'm just the background noise in a beautiful scene. It's a lonely kind of torture, a hollow kind of doubt, to know I'm in your arms, but I'm not the one you dream about. Do I look like her when I stand in the sun? Am I just the consolation for the battle you won? I'd stay in the dark if it meant I was the one, but you're chasing a memory until the night is done. I'm the hand that you hold, but not the heart that you keep. I'm the one who stays awake while you're falling deep into a world where I'm missing, where she's still the queen. I'm just the background noise in a beautiful scene. It's a lonely kind of torture, a hollow kind of doubt, to know I'm in your arms, but I'm not the one you dream about. Sleep on, my love, stay kept the peace until it tasted like lead, swallowing every sharp word that I should have said. I was marching in circles on a velvet floor, trying to win you without starting a war. I patched every bullet hole you didn't know you made, just a tired soldier hiding in the shade. There were no explosions, no sirens in the street, just the sound of my pride retreating in defeat. I fought for your ego, I fought for your light, while I died in the silence of every single night. You thought it was easy, you thought I was calm, but I was holding a fire in the palm of my palm. It was a bloodless battle, a heavy kind of peace. I was waiting for a white flag that never got released. I carried the weight while you walked on air, fighting for a love that wasn't even there. No medals for the lonely, no banners in the door. Loving you was my quietest war. My heart is a graveyard of things I didn't say, of the help me and stay with me that I threw away. You never saw the wreckage, you never felt the blow, because I did the bleeding so you wouldn't have to know. It was a bloodless battle, a heavy kind of peace. I was waiting for a white flag that never got released. I carried the weight while you walked on air, fighting for a love that wasn't even there. No medals for the lonely, no banners in the door. Loving you was my quietest war. The smoke is finally clearing, the front lines are cold. I'm laying down my arms now, before I get too old. It was so quiet, so quiet, but I lost. Hung the stars in the corners of my mind, scrubbed away the darkness just to see what I could find. I painted every hallway in the colors that you liked, cut the wires to my temper, left the windows open wide. I made myself a gallery of everything you need, and I planted only flowers where I used to let it bleed. I polished up my stories, I sanded down the edge, I took the lonely secrets and I threw them off the ledge. I left the porch light burning, I swept the dusty floors, I turned my whole existence into an open set of doors. was a masterpiece of perfect, a curated display. Just a house of glass and longing, waiting for you to stay. I decorated my soul for you, I dressed it up in gold. I gave you a sanctuary to have and to hold. I wore the joy you asked for like a heavy velvet gown, but you didn't like the curtains, so you tore the whole thing down. Now the paint is all peeling and the candles have burned through, and I'm standing in the ruins of the soul I made for you. You walk through the rooms like a tourist in the rain, complaining of the shadows and the echoes of my pain. But you never saw the effort, you never saw the cost of the girl I had to bury and the person that I lost to make a home for someone who was always halfway out. I decorated my soul for you, I dressed it up in gold. I gave you a sanctuary to have and to hold. I wore the joy you asked for like a heavy velvet gown, but you didn't like the curtains, so you tore the whole thing down. Now the paint is all peeling and the candles have burned through, and I'm standing in the ruins of the soul I made for you. I'm taking down the pictures, I'm boarding up the light. I'll sit here in the empty and get through one more night. It was beautiful once, wasn't it? Before you. There were no slamming doors to mark the end, no jagged lines for time to try and mend. Just the sound of the kettle whistle dying out, and the sudden heavy absence of a doubt. We're sitting on the sofa, 3 feet apart, watching the slow motion sunset of a heart. I'm folding your laundry, stacking in need, while the world continues rushing down the street. You didn't raise your voice, you didn't even sigh, you just looked at the wall with a hollowed out eye. It's not a violent storm or a crashing wave, it's just the dust settling over a grave. It's the quietest heartbreak I've ever known, like a garden of glass that's been overgrown. No screaming, no crying, no tearing of skin, just the soft muffled sound of the walls closing. for the heat of the anger and the sleepless nights. Anything's better than this painless numb, waiting for a goodbye that refuses to come. It's the quietest heartbreak I've ever known, like a garden of glass that's been overgrown. No screaming, no crying, no tearing of skin, just the soft muffled sound of the walls closing in. The lights are still on, but the house is so cold. In the quietest heartbreak that's ever been told. Shh, don't say a word. The air is too thin. If we don't speak, maybe we haven't reached the end. But the silence is deafening. The quietest heartbreak is already here. I'm sitting in the kitchen, trying to be still, holding back the shiver and the sudden heavy chill. You're reading on the chair, lost inside a page, while I'm pacing like a ghost inside an iron cage. I'm biting on my tongue to keep the secrets in, but I'm losing the battle underneath my skin. I try to breathe in rhythm, I try to slow the pace, but I can see the it's overwritten on your face. The clock is ticking steady, a dry and hollow click, but the thundering inside me is making me feel sick. I'm praying for a blackout, a power line to blow, anything to drown out what you're about to know. I'm trying to be graceful, I'm trying to be poised, but my heart makes too much noise. It's a hammer on a nail, it's a drum in the dark, searching for a flame in a dying spark. I'm screaming in the silence, can't you hear the sound of my heart breaking open and hitting the ground? I'm trying to be quiet, I'm trying to be choice, but my heart makes too much noise. I walked into the study where the air is still in gray. Everything's exactly where you left it on that day. The sunlight's cutting patterns through the heavy velvet blind on all the stories that we started and the ones we left behind. I reached out for a title, something heavy, something deep, but the secret in the pages is a secret I can't keep. There's a thin and silver layer covering every single spine, a map of all the minutes where you're no longer mine. I wanna write my name there with a finger in the gray, but I'm scared to see how easily I'd just be wiped away. You're a library of history, a shelf I can't reach now. I'm just looking for the ending, but I don't remember how. And I'm choking on the dust, on your books, on the forever and the always, and the way your spirit loves. It's a graveyard of the paper, it's a monument of ink, and I'm standing in the silence, trying not to think that the only thing that's moving in this hollow, haunted room is the settling of shadows and the thickening of gloom on the dust on your old books. Do the characters still love? Do the heroes always win? Or are they trapped inside the covers where the tragedy begins? I'm just a dog-eared page, I'm the chapter you forgot, while I'm drowning in the spaces where the memory starts to rot. Yeah, I'm choking on the dust, on your books, on the forever and the always, and the way your spirit looks. It's a graveyard of the paper, it's a monument of ink, and I'm standing in the silence, trying not to think, but the only thing that's moving in this hollow, haunted room is the settling of shadows and the thickening of bloom on the dust on your old books. I'll leave the shelf alone, I'll leave the story shut, because the truth is like a paper cut. It's small, but it never stops. Just dust. It's all just dust now on your old books. I reached for my phone when the sun started dipping, to tell you about the strange coffee I'm sipping. I had a joke ready, the kind only you'd get, about the man on the corner or the rain on the step. But the screen stayed dark and my thumb hit the glass as as I realized the moment had already passed. The boss said I'm winning, the sky turned a bruised purple hue. And usually the best part of winning was telling it to you. Now the grocery store aisles feel like hallways of ghosts as I walk past the things that you like the most. I'm carrying stories like stones in my coat, with a lump of a hay, guess what, stuck in my throat. Now there's no one to tell my day to, no one to hear the small broken pieces of a long, lonely year. The sunsets are wasted, the highlights are gray, because I've got nowhere to put all the words of my day. I'm a radio tower in a town with no light, broadcast into shadows in the middle of the night, with no one to tell my day to. It's the quietest part of the falling apart, the way that the trivial breaks open the heart. I don't need a witness for the big heavy things, but I'm dying for the comfort that the nothing brings. Just how was your morning, or did you sleep well? Now I'm trapped in a story I've no one to tell. Yeah, there's no one to tell my days, no one to hear the small broken pieces of a long, lonely year. The sunsets are wasted, the highlights are gray, because I've got nowhere to put all the words of my day. I'm a radio tower in a town with no light, broadcast into shadows in the middle of the night, with no one to tell my day to. So I'll tell it to the walls, I'll tell it to the cat, I'll whisper to the pillow where your head once said today was okay. I survived in a way, but there's no one to tell. No, there's no one to tell. I reached for my phone. I reached for my phone. I reached for my phone when the sun started dipping, to tell you about the strange coffee I'm sipping. I reached for my phone, I reached for my phone, oh, I reached for my phone, I reached for my phone. I reached for my phone, I reached for my phone, I reached for my reached for my phone when the sun started dipping, to tell you about the strange coffee I'm sipping. I reached for my phone when the sun started dipping. I reached for my